Let me bring you vocabulary building. Vocabulary building. Vocabulario is a Tagalog for vocabulary. Tagalog for vocabulary. Let's have first word. First word, lansangan. Lansangan is a noun. It means thoroughfare. Second word, we have gasolina. Gasolina is another noun and it means gas or gasoline. Bruce, remember gasolina? Please say gasolina.
Gasolina.
Gasolina. Gasolina. Okay. Next word, alin. Alin is a pronoun and it can be translated as which one. Another pronoun this time, magkano. Magkano means how much. And next word, bahala. Again, repeat after me. Bahala. Bahala is an adjective which means in charge. More vocabulary on the next page. This time is about verbs. Verbs in Tagalog, mga pandiwa. Pandiwa is for verb. Mga, of course, is the plural marker. First word, let me give you lapit. Lapit means near or closer. Closer. Lapit. Let's find one verb out of the root word lapit. Lumapit. Lumapit is part of verb. So it's in a past tense and it can also be the infinitive of the verb. And it's an actor-focused verb which means moved closer or to move closer. Next, another root word, limos. Limos means beg. One verb for limos is na malimos. Na malimos. And it's in a past tense and an actor focus. In English, it means it took a chance to beg. Let me welcome nice tasting food, recipes, and jokes. Mabuhay! Welcome back. Nice to see you here again. Oo, magandang umaga sa'yo dyan sa Asia. Let's start. Let's practice Tagalog. I don't know how I would like to say your name, but I just say nice tasting, right? Nice tasting. Okay. And yes, next word, karga. Karga is a root word which means carry, charge, or fill. Okay, let's have one verb out of karga, pakarga. Pakarga is a gerund and it's an actor focus. Let's define it as asking permission or possibility to charge, to carry, to fill. Yeah, pakarga, pakarga. Remember that, nice tasting, pakarga. Next, magpakarga. Magpakarga, this is a good verb. Magpakarga is an actor-focused part of mag group of verb. It's in infinitive form. It means to charge, to carry, or to fill. Another root word, puno. Puno means full. And some verbs this time, pakipuno. Pakipuno is an imperative form of verb with the prefix paki. Paki. And by the way, paki means please. It's a prefix which means please or you are being polite. And in English, it means please fill it up. Puno. Bruce, remember the word puno? Mm-hmm. Yes. Next word, barya. Barya means loose change. Loose change. Verb for barya, magpapabarya. Magpapabarya is a future tense part of mag group of verbs. actor-focused. And let's define it, or let's say that the meaning of magpapabarya means shall ask around for loose change, exchange. Yes, it means to exchange your bigger bills into smaller bills. Magpapabarya. Okay, let's proceed. And let's have the dramatization. And of course, the title of this series is Just an Ordinary Life of this Half-Pinóy. And this is also the title of our playlist. I think it's first labeled Volume 4. And the subtitle is Just an Ordinary Life of this Half-Pinóy. Listen very carefully as much as possible. Please be ready with your pen and paper for some words that you catch up. Let me do my dramatization here. Ang nakaraan, may isang lalaking lansangan na lumapit kay Mars. Ito ay nagtitinda ng mga sigarilyo at iba pang mga bagay na maaaring bilhin ng mga biyahero. Walang gustong bilhin si Mars, subalit hindi naglaon ay namalimos na lang ang lalaki. Wala namang naibigay si Mars kasi wala siyang barya. Pakarga po ng gasolina. Alin dito, sir? Ito bang pula o berde? Berde. Magkano, sir? Pakipuno na. Psst! Richard, ikaw na dito. Magpapabarya muna ako. Sige, kuya. Ako na po ang bahala. Sa berde, full tank daw. There you go. That's our dramatization for today. Yeah. Let me focus on the conversation first, and later I'm going back to your question. Next, let me bring you mga tauhan. Of course, Mars is always in this conversation. Right? Isang half-Pinoy, pansamantalang naninirahan sa Pilipinas. In English, he is a half-Pinoy temporarily staying in the Philippines. Another character, let's call him attendant 1. Attendant 1. Isang lalaking medyo maedad na. Yes. With regards to this presentation, also you may go ahead, write down your questions, and later I'm going to scan your questions. No matter how few or how plenty your questions will be. Right? So in English, let me say this again. Isang lalaking medyo maedad na. In English, this means a man that is quite, medyo for quite. Maedad means aged, with past tense, right? Aged. And then age, so as simple as quite aged man. Right? Isang lalaking medyo maedad na. So, older, kind of older guy. Let me check comment section. Oh, dramatization is useful. Thank you. Yeah, yes, and let me bring you. And feel free to raise more questions. And if it's part of the presentation, I will be able to answer your question. Let's proceed. Here you go. Second character or third character this time we have attendant 2. It's the name of this guy apparently is Richard. So, who is Richard? Isang lalaking medyo bata pa. Isang lalaking medyo bata pa. Again, medyo means quite or slightly. And then, isa for a or for one. Lalaki for man. Bata means young. So, bata pa means still young. So, a man that is quite is still young or quite younger, maybe it's good to say that. Okay, na edad, aged, yes. Edad means maedad is the word maedad, prefix ma and then followed by the noun, so it means adjective, age, aged, ma edad. Naedad is it's not acceptable because na sounds like a prefix na. It's na is part of a verb, but this time when you use maedad, it's an adjective, prefix ma. Okay, next. And here you go. Ang nakaraan. Let me present to you ang nakaraan. And here, okay, repeat after me and list down some new words that you just encountered today. Okay, repeat after me. May isang lalaking lansangan na lumapit kay Mars. Ito ay nagtitinda ng mga sigarilyo at iba pang mga bagay na maaaring bilhin ng mga biyahero. Walang gustong bilhin si Mars, subalit hindi naglaon ay namalimos na lang ang lalaki. Wala namang naibigay si Mars kasi wala siyang barya. Okay, let me translate or let's find some words here. Of course, again, my means there is, isa is a or one, lalaki again for a man, lansangan, I just gave you vocabulary, first part of this episode. Lansangan means thoroughfare, okay, and then lumapit means went closer. Kay Mars, kay is part of a marker, so in English it can mean kay Mars means to Mars. Kay Mars, to Mars. Okay, now let's say this in English. There is a man, or there is a, what is this? Thoroughfare man, or lansangan, yes. Bruce, is there such adjective when you mean that these guys are just roaming around the street, like in the Philippines there are lots of those? And wandering, or maybe, okay. So lalaking lansangan in English may mean wandering men. Yes, wandering men, right? Lumapit, na is as good as saying that. And then lumapit means came closer to Mars. Okay? And now you have a question. Mayroon ang tanong ko, ano pagkakaiba maari at pwede? They are just the same. Maari and pwede. Okay? Good question. Let me proceed here. Ito ay nagtitinda ng mga sigarilyo at iba pang mga bagay na maaaring bilhin ng mga biyahero. Let's find some words. Ito means this. Nagtitinda means selling. Sigarilyo for cigarettes. Mga marker, plural marker. So, mga sigarilyo means cigarettes. At for and. Iba pa means other or other stuff. Iba pa. Yes, mga bagay for stuff, right? And then maari, here you go. Maari means possibly or pwede. And then what else? Maari. Anything possible. Okay, maari. Bilhin. Maaring bilhin, pwedeng bilhin. Bilhin means to buy. Then nang is this it's not a translation but it can mean bilhin ng mga biyahero. that the travelers may buy. That the travelers may buy. Let me say this sentence in English. This or him, because no ito. Ito means this, but we are referring to the wandering man, lalaking lansangan. So let's say he or she. Let's say he. He is selling cigarettes and other stuff that travelers, biyahero, may be able to buy. Yes, that is what it means by this sentence. Next, walang gusto. Walang gusto means no, walang gustong bilhin. Let's start. Let me give you words again. Wala means nothing. Gusto means what. Wala can mean no also. Gusto, so no, want. Gusto, want. Bilhin, buy, si Mars. Let's translate this. Walang gustong bilhin si Mars. It means Mars has nothing, doesn't want to buy something. Walang gustong bilhin si Mars can mean Mars doesn't want to buy something. Now, subalit means but, right? Subalit can also mean, in Tagalog, pero. Pero, yes. Subalit can also mean pero. They are just the same. In English, it's but. So, conjunction. Hindi naglaon. Naglaon means take long. Longer. Naglaon, longer. So, hindi, the negate the longer. So, it didn't take longer. Hindi naglaon. Namalimos means beg, wanting something, beg. Now it didn't take long that the guy, the man, begged for something or money. Yeah, implied it means money, limos, money. Okay, next sentence. Wala again is no or nothing, and then naman it means on the other hand. Wala namang on the other hand, or yeah, and then naibigay, able to share or able to give. Of course, kasi for because, and then wala again, no, no loose change. He, siyang barya. Okay, let me start. Wala namang naibigay. On the other hand, Mars wasn't able to give anything. Right? Wala namang naibigay si Mars. In English, they say, on the other hand, Mars wasn't able to give anything. Kasi, it means because. Wala, siya. He has no change. He has no change. There you go. Let me read comment. Can we use Hindi instead of wala? In this case, no. You can just use wala here. And that is a good question also. No, Hindi doesn't make sense. You should say wala. Walang gusto, he doesn't want. Right? Walang gustong bilhin, he doesn't want to buy anything. Walang naibigay, he wasn't able to give anything. No, you cannot translate wala here as no.
Well, Hindi just means no.
Yes.
As in, no, I'm not going to do that, or no, whatever. Yes or no.
No.
But voila is nothing.
Yes, Bruce is right.
So it's like, I'm not giving you anything.
Nothing.
Voila.
Yes, nothing. Zero. Wala. That is the difference between wala and no. There are confusion in this, especially in forming phrases, because in English, I do not want, whereas in Tagalog, we say walang gusto. That is the confusion part.
Well, we had a conversation during the week last weekend, and you asked if there was something in the refrigerator. I said Hindi, And then you corrected me and said, no, it's voila.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the difference between wala and hindi. Okay, yeah, take it from Bruce. Yes, and nice tasting said, she got it, or are you he or she? I'm sorry. So,
Siya.
naintindihan.
We say siya.
Oo, siya. Naintindihan na niya, she said. Okay, you are welcome. Let's proceed. And yes, let me remind you to those who missed this episode, the nakaraan means previously, our previous mini story. Please look up for this thumbnail, previous week, or yeah, I don't smoke in Tagalog. Thank you, and let's proceed. And of course, let me remind you, or yes, nice tasting tomorrow, maybe at around, I don't know what time it can be in your place, but it's 10:10 a.m. or p.m. in the Philippines, right? 10:10 p.m. in the Philippines, our group coaching. To those who are interested, connect with me, contact me. And you may also contact me through the website, aralinworld.com. Yes, let's proceed for some lessons. New lesson? Yeah. Yes, the conversation this time. Conversation at the gas station. Bruce, thank you for the picture.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Next. Oh, there you go. Yes, pakarga. Let me see. Magpa is the question here with regards to on YouTube. No, we are doing session 1. We are doing it via Jitsi Meet. Are you part of our private group on Facebook? Feel free to join our private group on Facebook so you get the link. Otherwise, if you are not on Facebook, please email me tagalogwithalpine@gmail.com. Right? Email me so that I can send you the information. Okay, let's proceed. Pagkarga. Oh yeah, I think you said opo. I think you are on Facebook. Okay. Okay. And pakarga po, what Mars said. Pakarga po ng gasolina. Bruce, you remember this line if you want to buy some gasoline. Pakarga po ng gasolina. You can also say as simple as pakarga po. As simple as that. Because it's a given. People, you are in the gasoline station, people understood that you are going to refill the tank. Gas refill, please. Bruce, did I say the good English sentence here? Yes. Pakarga po. Remember that, Bruce? Pakarga po. Okay.
I just pointed the tank.
Yes. Point your lips. Okay. Bruce says use his hand, index finger. Okay. Hi 03407. I don't know how I would like to call you. Yes, hello. And let's enjoy this tutorial. Remember the phrase pakarga po ng gasolina. Gas refill, please. Of course, let me remind you that pakarga is also a short form for the complete mag verb. But in this case, pakarga po is kind of gerund here, right? Gerund. But if you want to use mag verb here, you should be able to use future tense of the mag verb. So if you would say magpapakarga po ng gasolina. So lots of syllables there. If you want to use the mag verb, magpapakarga po. A tip for the mag verb for future tense, repeat the first syllable. Magpapakarga po ng gasolina. So, hi Owen. Yes, yeah. Thank you for being here. Yes, and I'm trying to explain. And then pakarga is a gerund. It's just as simple as saying pakarga po. You can say that when you are at the gasoline station. Yes. Next line. Okay, the first attendant said, attendant or gasoline boy. gasoline boy. In the Philippines, they may refer to him as gasoline boy. Medyo maedad na, okay? Nice tasting, remember? Maedad na, okay? Alin dito, sir? Is that what he said? Alin dito, sir? Ito, oh, this is a wrong spelling. Let me correct this for you. I don't want you to get confused. Let me say it's ito, just ito. No ng here. No ng. I hope that this is, here you go. Yeah, I think, yeah. Ito bang pula o verde? Yes, ito bang pula o verde? Unfortunately, I don't have a exact photograph of a gasoline station where me and Bruce went there. And then I like to, before my side comment, let me give you English translation. So, I don't know if my English is right. Which one, sir? Alin dito, sir? So, alin for which? Which one, sir? Sir, the red, so pula for red, or the green? Ito bang pula o verde? Oh, and what is your experience on a gasoline station in the Philippines? Okay, so we have the choices. This was our recent experience with me and Bruce at the gasoline station. I remember there were 3 types of pumps in that gasoline station. One for red, one for green, and one for yellow. I think that red is for the old type of gasoline, the quite air polluting gasoline, and then green means environmentally friendly, and then of course the red or yellow for
the horribly polluting diesel.
yes, diesel for yellow. Yeah, a lot of diesel motor vehicles in the Philippines, especially jeepneys, right? Okay, so again, and they would ask you which one of these pumps. So, alin dito, sir? Ito bang pula o verde? Okay. So, because this script was based on our experience when we had a motorcycle in the Philippines. And then, let's proceed. Of course, Mars said verde. And you know what verde means? Green, right? Next, another question. Magkano, sir? Magkano, sir? So in English, it means how much, sir? So take note that in the Philippines, most regular gasoline station, common gasoline station, the attendant would care for how much you would buy, how much money would you spend. It doesn't mean magkano in terms of volume of the liquid. No, it means in terms of money. Magkano, because especially jeepney drivers, they would rather think of like 200 pesos, stuff like that. And then just the machine would just convert 200 pesos into liters. In the Philippines, the unit of liquid is 4 liters.
Yeah, just like everywhere else in the world.
Whereas here in
Except
the
for
US is gallon, right? Gallon. Yeah, so when you mean magkano, when they mean magkano, you would simply say the amount of money. It can be 300 pesos. Okay, right. Next. And okay, this is what Mars said. Pakipuno na. Pakipuno na. What does pakipuno na means? Okay, means please fill it up. Please fill it up. Paki means please, and then puno means fill it up. Okay, paki. You are being polite here. Pakipuno. You can also add po here. Pakipuno na po. Yes, to mean you are polite. But since you already have paki, it's polite already. So it's just okay not to add with po. Although it's also good to add po. Pakipuno na po. Yeah, good. And more comment please. Okay. Next. Let's proceed. Yes. Yeah, here you go. Nice tasting. We have the magpa here. Maybe I'll be able to answer your question here. Let me say it and repeat after me. Psst, Richard, ikaw na dito at magpapabarya muna ako. Yes. Okay, she asked bakit na? Na. There should be a distinction between na and pa. Let me Yes, pakipuno na. Why na? It means now I'm decided I want it filled up. Na, because what if you don't use na here? It's all right not to use na. Pakipuno, it's all right. Pakipuno na. It's alright. There is such thing as time, referring to an aspect of time. This time, pakipuno. This time, please fill it up. That is what it means by na. This time. I hope I answered it. I hope you are satisfied with my answer. Right? It's alright not to use na pakipuno. Pakipuno po, it's alright. Pakipuno na, it's also okay. You can be understood. The meaning doesn't change that much. Yes. Next, let's proceed. Richard means getting the attention of Richard. Apparently, Richard is several feet away from him. And then what did he say? Ikaw na dito. And let me say that in English. Hey, Richard, which means Richard. Hey, Richard, serve this. And I've got to find some loose change. Now, ikaw na dito doesn't translate to serve this. It's just implied. Ikaw na dito, it means you take over. You take over. Take over is the verb, baby. When you say, instead of me, you replace me here. So that is, ikaw means you. So, ikaw na dito, there is a kind of meaning which means take my position. It means serve. This is what I use here. Take this position or serve this. And then, at for and then magpapabarya, it means I've got to magpapabarya muna ako. Yes, with the question magpa, the root word here is barya, which means loose change. Now again with my last week's episode about introduction to Tagalog verbs, you remember I have a mathematical presentation. It means function within a function. That is how you would like to think of verb conjugation here. So the root word is barya, and then the inner function is pabarya. Pabarya is a gerund. Pabarya. And then when the verb is a gerund, it can take the position of a noun in a statement. Pabarya. Or also this can mean adjective or with a kind of movement, meaning of movement, transition. Pabarya, it means in this specific meaning, pabarya means I want the a bigger value. Like for example, if you are in the US, for example, you have a $100 bill, so you would want $100 bill exchange into lower bills, like lower denominations. Yes, like 20s, 520s. Pabarya is the right description of that action. Pabarya, gerund. Now, pabarya is the function within the function. Now, magpapa means it has turned into a Mag-verb. Now, future tense, take note, with future tense, pabarya is the root word, and then repeat the first syllable, so you got the future tense. It has become mag verb. So magpa, in other words, nice tasting. Magpa means out of the gerund as a root word, and then use that into a mag verb. In this regard, in this specific verb, it means I've got to. I think that's a good translation to English. I've got to find something. I've got to find some loose change. I hope that I was able to. I hope that it helps this time, although it can be confusing and difficult. I understand that. Come join us every Saturday, just like Owen is joining us every Saturday. Let me check your comment. Yes, nice tasting. Dito versus ito. Ito means this. Dito means here. Again, ito means this, T-H-I-S, whereas dito means here, H-E-R-E. Very good. Next, and let's proceed. Bruce, no question here? No question. Next, here, this is the reply. This is the attendant 2. Medyo bata, mas bata, or medyo bata, younger attendant. What did he say? Sige, kuya, ako na po ang bahala. Again, sige, kuya, ako na po ang bahala. Hi, Owen, do you know what this means? I bet alam mo na ang ibig sabihin nito. Do you know? Bahala. No, Owen. No question from Owen. Feel free to comment down below. And okay, how do we want to say that in English? Okay, friend or brother, I'll be in charge. Okay, sige is as good as saying okay. And then kuya, if you are referring to a part of the family, it means brother or older brother, kuya. But Filipino mainstream or Filipino culture these days, kuya is used to anyone, even if not part of the family. It's also alright to say kuya to a guy, to a man, to a person. Bahala is I'll handle it. You are also right on that. I'll handle it. Bahala. Ako na po ang bahala. Yes, it means I will handle it. Bahala na. But I say I'll be in charge. I think that being in charge is good because bahala has something to do with management. Well, same thing, right? Synonym anyway. I will handle it versus I'll be in charge. Same meaning, Bruce? Bruce is not listening to me.
I'm just contemplating it.
Huh?
I'm contemplating it.
Contemplating. Oh yeah. What can you see the difference, Bruce, between I'll be in charge and Owen says I'll handle it. In Tagalog, we say ako na ang bahala or ako na po ang bahala.
I'll handle it.
I'll handle it. Oh, okay. So I like to change this. I like to follow English speakers now. I'll handle it. Yes, I'll handle it. I'll handle. Thank you for that. I learned something new today about bahala. Good. Okay, next, and I think this is the last line of the conversation. Next, oh no, there's more. Oh, we have a story here. We have a story here, Bruce. Okay, this is what the guy said, right? Said. Okay, repeat after me. This is fun. Okay, of course, the older guy was talking to the younger attendant. Sa berde, full tank daw. Again, sa berde, full tank daw. Bruce, do you remember this?
Yep.
Okay, now, what does it mean? He'll take the green, sa verde. He'll take the, I don't know if my English is good here, baby. He'll take the green. Full tank, full tank. Thou, for he said. Thou. The meaning of thou is he said or according to somebody. He said, according to him. Full tank daw. So this is how Filipinos would say it they always want to say English phrases. But if you are new to hearing Filipinos speaking in English, you would not be able to understand. Just like Bruce, he didn't understand what they mean, full tank. Bruce, right?
Well, they say it so fast. You're saying it slow. Say it like they would say it.
Because they say it like pultak sir. That's
There you
what they
go.
said. Pultak sir. That's what they want. They want to say it. Yeah, and of course Filipinos and locals would not be able to open their mouth wider. Right? Yeah. So now it means just full tank, right? And also, if you are foreigner, I don't know about Owen's experience speaking English in the Philippines, right? Owen, tell me your experience. If you are saying it in your accent, U.S. accent, just like Bruce, American accent, most of the time, locals would not be able to understand what you're saying. Like, for example, you mean full tank and things like that. Because in the Philippines, especially, you are aware that Filipino is always There's no such thing as or a or other stuff. Right? So, Filipinos say English the way it's written in Tagalog or vowels in Tagalog. Okay, that's my story for this about this. I hope you enjoy my story and our experience. That means me and Bruce's experience when we had fuel refill. Yeah? And let's proceed. What's next? Of course, this story is to be itutuloy. Itutuloy means to be continued, but please don't go yet, Owen, and nice tasting, because there's quiz, of course. Let's have some quiz. And before the quiz, please tell your friends and family, and also hit the like button if you enjoy our episode today. Let's have some quiz, but again, more announcement. Hooray to your fellow Tagalog student. Maraming salamat, Annalise Vandodecom. Yes, Annalise, maraming salamat because you were our sponsor last month through Buy Me a Coffee. Okay, be like Annalise, hit the like, find the link down in the description below. Okay, below, Bruce. Okay, yes, find the link. There you go. Now, let's have the quiz tonight. And then, what did Owen say? Nahirapan ako. Yes, yeah. Nahirapan kang intindihin or nahirapan silang intindihin ka. Yes. Let's have the pagsusulit. Number 1, answer this question, Owen, and nice tasting. Nasaan si Mars? Nasaan si Mars? Bruce, can you answer this question? Nasaan si Mars? Okay. And later, I will tell you offline, right? Next. Ano ang kailangan ni Mars? Ano ang kailangan ni Mars? Again, I don't want to say this in English. I leave it to you. You can go use Google search or what, or maybe you already know some words here or the context. Number 3, ano ang kulay ng bombang pinili ni Mars? Ano ang kulay ng bombang pinili ni Mars? Yeah? Answer this, and this is how you would like to answer this. Here you go. Sagot. Si Mars ay nasa blank. Si Mars ay nasa blank. Okay, next. Kailangan ni Mars ng blank. Kailangan ni Mars ng blank. Okay. Yeah, nice tasting, nice try, but please say it in Tagalog. Yes, say it in Tagalog. Okay, next. Number 3. Kulay na blank ang bombang pinili ni Mars. Kulay na blank ang bombang pinili ni Mars. Okay. The pump is, where the pump is? So please answer that in Tagalog. Yes, Tagalog. Yeah, okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed. Nice try. And of course, if you want a copy of this presentation or my previous episodes presentation, it can be available on Patreon. Patreon.com/AralinWorld. So you get a copy. Okay, next. And of course, we are on podcast also. Okay, I will be uploading more podcast episodes because those are our recorded group coaching calls every Saturday. Yes. Sino po pala si Mars? The half-Pinóy is Mars, the guy who's buying gasoline, refilling gasoline. Si Mars. To answer your question, let me bring this to you. And then this is Mars. Si Mars isang half-Pinoy pansamantalang naninirahan sa Pilipinas. Here is Mars. And of course, these are the characters of the story. We have Mars, we have the attendant 1, and then the attendant 2, also known as Richard. Yes, and we are on podcast. I will do my job to update our podcast. Yes, and if you have not seen it or you are about to find our podcast episode, kindly remember Tagalog with Albine. That's the title of our show on podcast. And yes, let's wrap up this episode. Okay, that was a good Tagalog conversation between a foreigner and a gas attendant, right? Next, you've learned some words and phrases to use at the gas station. Number 3, this episode is essential in your daily Tagalog practice. No question this time. If ever you have question, I would be able to see it on the comment section. And also, I appreciate you being here with me, Owen, and nice tasting. And other people, maybe some are quiet here with us, not commenting. I appreciate you. Here, and of course, if you watch this episode on replay a second time, third time, that's lovely. Thank you. And I've got to go, and I'm sending love, healing, peace, joy, light your way. Magandang gabi, mag-ingat, magkita tayong muli.